Hi guys! As summer is definitely here, I know probably a lot of you are on the tan craze and even with all the dangers of skin cancer and whatnot, so I wanted to talk a little bit about self-tanning and the products that I like and what I think works the best. So I have a few things here that I use, and I was going to show you how to do them and a couple different ways to use them as well. So I actually just got done self-tanning, which inspired me to do this video. I use two different brands of products. I guess I could get away with just doing one. My favorite line that is out there for self-tanning is the Tropez line, and I got all of this at Sephora. So I used to use just the spray bottle, and this was the bigger version. Or this is the smaller version, but I used the bigger version all over my body. So I would stand in the bathroom and, you know, like, do this all over. And one thing I was noticing is that the bottoms of my feet were turning orange because the particles would fall down on the bathroom floor, and it would kind of create a mess, and the walls were becoming, I was starting to notice they were like tinted a little bit. So I was like, well, when I went to buy like this summer's thing, I noticed that Tropez finally came out with a bronzing mousse. So this is what I've been using for all over the body, and I really like it. It's like instant dramatic results. And you could use it, they sell these mitts. Of course I just use this so it still has stuff on it, but you just do a couple pumps on this, and this actually puts it all over your body, and it won't streak. It makes it all completely even and doesn't streak. This was $6. It was totally worth it because I see a huge difference. And then Tropez, the Gradual tan lotion, love it. So it's everyday body lotion. It's a bit expensive because it's only 6.7 ounces. It was like $40. And I didn't notice that much of a result, but I've been staying consistent. It hasn't been like when the tan starts to fade, or if you get spray tan and it starts to fade, it's like all of a sudden you're back to nothing, and then you have to go spray tan again, and then you go from like a very, dramatic results. This, you stay pretty consistent. The tan fades a little bit after a few weeks, but in general this kept it pretty consistent. So I do like this. So I have these three products from Tropez. This one I just got for touch-ups on my face. Well, when I was at Nordstrom, I was looking at Clarence, and I love all of the Clarence products, and they're different self-tanners, and one of the Clarence reps was saying that there was a product that, I asked her what's the most dramatic instant result product, and she said that it would be the Clarence Intense Bronzing Self-Tanning Tint. And so I was intrigued by this because I'd never seen it before, and she said that she put way too much on the first time she used it and pretty much turned the color of the bottle. So anything like that I'm definitely interested in trying. So there's two ways to use it. The instructions say to put it on a cotton square. And so my favorite cotton is the Shishedo facial cotton. And reason being is that they don't fall apart at all. They don't dissolve and break apart like a lot of the cheaper ones do. Like, I was using these, just the square cotton pads. I mean, huge difference. These are $9 a bag versus like $3, but you actually use, you can use these a lot more. They're a lot more durable. You end up using 3 or 4 of these at a time because they fall apart. So anyways, how you would use this product is a lot like water. It's you have to be very careful with it. So, notice it's the consistency of water. And you, of course, just apply it. And putting it on with a cotton square, it's not going to absorb too much product. You're not going to be wasting product. And you're pushing the product deep into your skin. But before I was buying this, I was, thinking, well, I really don't need it. I just have that Tropez face spray, whatnot. But the consistency of this stuff is what sold me, because for anybody watching this that does makeup professionally and has an air... That was fun. I just spent 10 minutes trying to get my drawer open because my airbrush is in it, and wedging my hand in there because this became locked up under the drawer. So anyways, that was interesting and painful. So basically the reason that I ended up buying this, back to the point of what I was saying, is that it is like a water consistency. So I got to thinking, and for anybody who does makeup professionally and who has an airbrush system, for weddings, this is great because you can actually give the bride, like before, you know, you do the bridesmaids, get the bride there first, and or anybody else who wants it, and then you can offer airbrush face tanning. So rather than doing makeup where they want a little bit more color to show up, you could actually tan them with the airbrush gun, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You take your Clarins, always make sure to put the cap right back on that, because if that falls, it will destroy anything it touches. Test your pressure. And pull back. And that's it. And you have a perfect application of self-tanner. And I'm not putting that back in that way, because I'm not doing that again. So, anyways, that is, that should get you through this summer. You know, those are great products. They don't look orange. There's a lot of products out there that kind of almost have like even a green tint to them. You want to stay away from those. Saint Tropez is very, very natural. And I really like this Clarence, but you're going to have to be, if you're not very coordinated or not very good at, you know, even application of things, I wouldn't go for the Clarence. But if you're more of a professional, you have more of an affinity for makeup and for, if you have an airbrush gun, definitely get the Clarence, because I'm obsessed with it, using it in my airbrush. So, anyways, I hope that helps, and, yeah. Enjoy your bronziness. So I have to get ready for work now. I've got a big job today, so I will talk to you guys later, and leave any questions in the comments. Thanks.